So, maybe you have ended up on this video because you follow me or because you're thinking about starting a podcast. You're thinking about expressing yourself or communicating to the world, having your own little radio program, your own little video series with you making tables or exploring caves or doing fitness or gardening or fixing cars or whatever you want to do or talk about or show or document. There's different ways to approach this media. Some people want to have attention. That's quite normal. People just want attention, people looking at them, laughing at them. Like we have the celebrity podcast world, but they're just playing the celebrity game. Oh, I'm going to be the best of your guest of your podcast, and then we lick each other's assholes and ride into fame and glory together. This is not especially interesting if you ask me. Like, I never enjoyed these shows, those TV shows, those podcasts, those radio shows. To me, that is just shallow, lazy entertainment. But I know people like it. I get it, I think. I'd rather watch Animal Planet on the TV or Cops or something. If I want to have something brain dead. Look at a documentary about Chernobyl. I don't know. But there are also different types of media or ways you can look at doing a podcast. You can have it to connect to like-minded people. You can have it as a platform to have really interesting conversations with people about things that they are good at. Or trying to learn how other people think and operate in this world. People that you think are cool people. I've had a lot of... When I started this, I started with my friend. We had just honest, raw discussions. Because we thought, people need to challenge themselves there a bit. He's like a behavior specialist who worked with people for his entire life. He's like a wizard at emotions and human behavior. And he's very expressive. He's an artist. So the combination of him and me, we thought that's pretty fun. Like, you got a mastermind and a meathead, but we both understand each other's worlds. So with that for a while, that was fun. But it was just impossible to do it properly because we live we don't live in the same town. We have small children. We have busy lives. So it just went out in the sand a bit like this. We need to be two doing it. But I was fired up by this time, so I started doing it myself, just recording my own thoughts. And I remember doing it for the first time, the first episode. I think it's called Kärlek in Swedish. It means love. I was home with my daughter, parental leave, and I haven't slept for like 5 days or something, and I just realized that even if I'm not sleeping, even if this little creature just wears me down, it's because of love. Like, my God, I would die for this little creature. I had these feelings in me. And I took like a brave decision then to, I'm gonna just record myself here. I was sitting in my apartment. We were at the moment living in the summer cabin. But I went down to the apartment to have as my office. Have my computer up, my microphone, like, my God. And I mean, I didn't have many listeners back then. So, but I was nervous. This was like, hello world. This is how I think about something. I want to document this and log this for the afterworld. Or whatever. And I did it, and afterwards I was like, what the fuck? Was it that simple? Just press record and talk and think out loud. And after that I was just pushing out episodes. I just needed that one, like, boom. So that is my advice. I've been doing over 290 episodes. I guess I can call myself a podcaster. Am I super rich on my podcast? No, no one is. Only a few are, but you can be if you're lucky. And especially if you just keep doing it, you develop and become better. But it all depends on what your goal is. If you think, oh, me and my friend is going to start a podcast and make a lot of money fast. No, that's like saying I'm going to be a streamer or I'm going to be a YouTuber. You know how hard that is? Very few people have that talent in the beginning, and that network and that money and that focus and that, possibility. The celebrities do. Oh, I'm going to have a celebrity podcast, but then they take all the viewers and listeners from other medias in with them, so they have a base. But build from zero. Your goal is to make 100,000 people listen to you every day and throw money at you because you're so smart. If you think that is going to happen fast and happen to you even, maybe you're dreaming. I don't know. I don't want to be a party pooper, but most people don't succeed with this. You got to be sober also. If you invest, I invest 100,000 in microphones in the studio, and my friend, we're going to do it. That's not the way to start. You're going to be disappointed. After 2 weeks you have 20 listeners and you're like, where's the money? Yeah, you need to have 2 more zeros after the listeners. And that's going to take you 5, 3 years, 2 years, depending on how hard you want to work. Maybe it most likely don't happen because most podcasts, this was a while ago, I don't know if the data have changed, but was it 90% of podcasts never do 20 episodes? If that is real, and the more podcasts open up every week, it's just going to be higher number, most likely. So, yeah. My reason of doing this, who knows? I've always liked to express myself, my thoughts, how I think, talk to like-minded people. I like to watch and listen to podcasts. So if I can also produce that, I think it's just fun and cool. Like, it has given me a lot of fun opportunities, and I met a lot of really awesome friends that I talk to weekly, daily, not daily maybe, but I visit them. They are from other countries, and yeah, you know who you are. I made friends for life doing this. So just with that, if I stop now and no one else is gonna listen in the entire life, yeah, sure, that's okay. I'm not just saying that because I'm logging, I'm documenting. I don't know for who I'm doing it even. It's for me, it's for my kids. If someone want to listen, be my guest. Follow along on the journey. Like, I'm not here to... This is not like a self-help podcast. This is not like... I'm pretty raw, you know. I don't try to sugarcoat things. But I'm also... Yeah. I'm a weirdo, right? I guess I am. I guess we all are who are thinking about starting something like this. I mean, you're a weirdo. That's how it is. So don't be so scared that people will find out, because people probably already think you are. This is the trick. How do I start a podcast? Okay, we can do like this. You know what? You can buy a microphone for thousands of crowns. I have 3 of them. You can have that. I have one there also, and you can have a computer and you can have all of that shit. You can have a studio. Or you don't think about that at all. Like, that's for later in the game. A new microphone, maybe a camera, that you get after 50 episodes. So you can't just... You're starting in the wrong end, you know. If you're like, oh, I need to buy that. You don't need to buy. in the beginning. You need to start doing. You need to move, soldier. You don't need to have the perfect rifle in the forest. You need to how to breathe, how to read the wind, how to navigate, how not to die. Start with that. Then we can start thinking about if you deserve better microphones or not, or some fucking lighting or some studio. This is... Don't go for the black belt rewards when you're a white belt. That's what I'm saying. So you can have all of that stuff, right? And you're going to be a really good podcaster. No, it doesn't going to change shit. It's just going to raise your own demands on yourself of this needing to be perfect or whatever. Like, no, it's not going to be perfect. And that's what people are going to like about it. This not being perfect. Some fucking influencer, white walls, happy life bullshit. That is a lie. All of that is a lie. We all know that. People are just slow to learn and adapt and understand that that is a lie. If you didn't see through that 10 years ago, this influencer era, come on, are you fucking retarded? Sorry, but these people are some of the most miserable people I've met in my life. I met some of them because, yeah, I wouldn't want to change a day in my life with that. Not a day in my life. Maybe if I were single and I didn't have kids and I was younger and I had just been on some tour. I was on a tour for 8 weeks, working like a motherfucker or whatever you did. And you want to have some decadent time, 2 days in the harbor in some city. And you're a known influencer guy. Yeah, these people can... yeah, you can probably have some fun if you want to. If you want to be like James Bond for a weekend, or Wolverine, or John Wick. Yeah, the city is and the influencer world is... You can dip your toes in it and like just look at it to learn from it and observe it. But that entire like culture is like everything is just fake. Like fake friendship, fake networks, fake connections, fake smiles, fake. It's plastic. It's not real. They're just playing a game. They're playing a video game, and they're quite good at it. But it's not the people you want in the trenches with you in life, because they are just there for the fame and the applause and the broken ego that needs food. So since I was never so interested in that, maybe I thought I was when I was young, until I knew what it was and saw it and like, nah, backed out of it. There's not a cell in my body that is desiring that life. Less and less every year that goes. So what is it then that I want then? And how can you do this without playing that game? That's the $100 million question. And my answer, if I just gonna share what worked with me, for me, like I've changed and adapt many times. Now I'm using, instead of this expensive gear and standing still in my studio, the way I record a podcast is, and I have now during 24 hours, when I do it this way, the natural Tommy way, I can during 24 hours now have more listeners than I used to have in a month some years ago. Pretty cool, right? And there's people from America, Vietnam, France, Egypt, Russia, Taiwan, El Salvador, Norway. People are tuning in from everywhere, quite many of them. And I'm just sitting there. What the fuck is going on? Because I don't have any social media, so I don't get bombarded with. The only other social media I have now is YouTube, and I've just placed up some videos here during my years. So to me, YouTube is no social media. YouTube is just a bit fun. So I don't understand how many people listen to my podcast. I can see it in the numbers, like many of them. But it doesn't affect me. It doesn't, mess with my ego or give me pressure. Like if I were to write to these people on some message boards every day and like, hey, can't you do an episode of that and that and that? And I was like, oh fuck, and they give me money and shit. Like that's a trap to fall in. If you fall into that trap fast, which many people do, I didn't, but I could have. Someone gives you a new knife and you talk about their company for 6 months and you're like, hey, you're happy to have a knife. It's cool, I know, but take the fucking knife, but learn from that experience. Like, it's easy to become. The goal is for you to be yourself as much as you can, right? When you do this, so don't schedule your life and remove the things that grabs your attention too much. And people like, you suck dick, I've never heard such a bad podcast before, go kill yourself. How do you deal with that comment the first time it happens? Or someone writes like, they see you video of you like, hey, you look like a fat retarded idiot. You're like, you have a really bad day when you read that, you're tired, you're like, fuck, that's unnecessary to expose yourself to. You're like, I'm not fat, like, why are you so mean to me? Don't play that game. The more you can stay away from social media, the better this journey will become for you. It's going to go faster, trust me. You think then, oh, but I need to market, I need to send to my friends wherever. Yeah, they are not the ones who are going to watch you. Sorry. Your friends, they're busy with their shit. They, in the best of worlds, they're just happy for you doing your thing, but they're not going to watch your every video. You're going to break that bubble out of your village, your town, your country, and to the world. To find like-minded people spread all over the globe. Or your country. That's a quite big project. And if you just do it as you, and you don't play this game, sure it can fasten the journey, but it's going to be a shitty journey anyway, later in the game. You're not going to be free. You're going to have a manager and assistant, and you're going to... screw that. I record this when I feel like doing it. And this is my fancy office. So stay true to yourself. That's my first advice. Record it like no one is listening, because no one is in the beginning. And even if it's two, it might be your friend, and the other one might be you who checked if it worked. So just do it like no one is watching you and listening. And if you don't post it on every social media first day, hey, this is my new podcast, and you feel all the pressure and people are like, oh, so fun, and then you're like, oh, fuck, oh. This is how podcasts die. If you just do the first 5 episodes, don't even share it to anyone. Upload it on Spotify, and you just need your phone. Introduce yourself. This is before we break here. I need to go get my kids. Okay, if you're gonna start a podcast, I'm talking a bit now too much, the brains behind it, but this is also part of it. If you want to start a podcast, this is what you need. You need a phone. This phone doesn't even have internet connection on it outside of the house. Why? It doesn't work. But this is my favorite phone, because this is now my recording device. No one is giving me distractions here when I'm doing this. No notifications, no emails. And then I have a cable, 3.5mm cable. And then I bought 2 wireless microphones that charge while they are in this cover thing. And you charge the cover thing, and you can charge this, and you can charge your devices in there. Many times. Perfect thing. And if you have that and a USB-C cable, all you need is a power bank, and you have a mobile studio with you that have batteries for hours and hours and hours. Pretty smart. So you connect this with the cable. It's a clipper. So you can place it, you push record, you place that here, maybe, so you see visuals on the buttons and the connections, and then you have one of these. Or if you want to have two people talking at the same time, you sit in front of a kitchen table, or you're walking, or you're driving a car, or you can be 100 meters away from each other with these. Pretty awesome. Or you can have one to record your voice. I usually do like this. And then you take the other microphone. Maybe you place it 20 meters from you in the forest, and it just catches natural sounds, birds, whatever. And then you have, see what I'm saying? You're sitting in a city, you want to record your voice, just your thoughts, you're going to read a poem on a cafe. You can have one microphone to record a cafe, and they blend together in one file. Endless possibilities. And you can be a mobile recorder. Hey, I got a friend. I want to talk to him. Should I invite him to my studio, or can I come to his place? Is that easier? Most likely. But then also have a studio is nice. This is my office, my war room, my headquarters. Also my workshop if I film the other side. I don't know what else to say. In the beginning, just use this. Just use this. I've recorded 100 episodes with just the phone. Easy 100. If you stay in the game a while and you want to reward yourself with a treat because you deserve it, because you made 25 episodes, buy one of these. I didn't want to buy a super expensive one because I don't want to, I have mouths to feed, but also I want to try it. How good is it, this new technology? And I'm so fucking impressed. They charge really fast. I can run this old phone and that. I can probably charge them up 10 times with just a power bank. Come on. That is perfect. And I'm mobile. So start there. I'm putting my podcast on Acast. You can do that. Just upload the audio file. If you want to have a cover for the podcast and a description, download ChatGPT and say, hey, my name's Tommy. I want to have a podcast about hunting. And it's going to create me a logotype. And it's going to make a logotype. Tommy's Hunting Podcast from Sweden. Looking really good. Use that. It's not harder than that. Start doing it. And maybe if you're lucky, and with some help, a couple of years in, you might be talking to thousands and thousands of people while documenting and recording interesting parts of your life that's gonna be there for your kids or the world or whoever. You have your own little radio station, your pirate radio. Like, it's just you. That's my advice if you think of starting a podcast. And you know why not? While I'm here, take a look at my podcast, Captain's Log. You can find it on the page. Just look at it. I'm using AI for cover art. I'm no designer. I'm just talking. In the forest, so